Hi everybody, welcome to our channel. I'm Sapna.
Hi, this is Akshay.
And today we're going to be talking about, how you get your SIN number in Canada, and it's a very important document or a number that you'll get. And what exactly is SIN number? And due to the current COVID scenario, what are the different methods you can apply for SIN number while even you're in quarantine? So we'll get you to all of these details in this video. So please stay tuned. Let's begin with what exactly is a SIN number. So, SIN number stands for Social Insurance Number, and it's a 9-digit number that you get as an individual. So, I would get my own, Akshay would get his own SIN number. So, anybody who wants to work in Canada and get any benefits from the government of Canada does need to have a SIN number. So, it's a very important detail that you need. Now, when the situation was all good and people used to come into Canada as a permanent resident on their first landing, this SIN number would be generated at the airport itself. So it was a very quick 2 minutes job. But now, due to COVID, those centers at the airport are shut. At least we did not see them when we came in. So there is other ways to get your SIN number. One of them is to apply online. So now what this does is it gets you the liberty to apply while you're in self-isolation for 14 days. So you do not have to wait for those 14 days to get out of your house. Now, how do you apply online? Let's just go and I'll share my screen and I'll show you guys how to do it.
Is the website that I was talking about. I'll leave the link in the description box below. And the application type that you need to select is your first social insurance number. And then we move forward to adding our own details. So you need to give your first name and then your first name at birth, which would mostly be the same, and then your family name and your date of birth, and then your applicant's parent name, so your father or your mother's name is what you would require here, and then a daytime telephone number. So this is your phone number that you need to add. I'll just add a dummy one for now. All right. And then okay, yeah, here you can add your dad's name, and here you can add your mom's name. Either way, you can do what you like. And the language of correspondence. The next thing is the gender, which is not mandatory, but you can put in what you would wish. And is the applicant currently residing in Canada? Hoping that you are in Canada right now, you'd select yes. The next thing is your status in Canada, which will be permanent resident, and your birthplace. So, where were you born? Select that. Filling in some dummy details. Then, have you ever had a SIN number? You would most probably not have a SIN number because this would be your first application. So, select no, and you don't need to add anything here. And now, this is what's important, the mailing address. So, this is the address where you want the SIN number to be mailed to. Apartment, street number, and the exact address. Okay, and the postcode. Just filling in some dummy details. And this is something that you need to accept. It's a privacy statement, just telling you how they're going to be using your personal information. And you hit on next. Now, once you do this, they will ask you to upload a few files and documents. So, the things that you need to upload are these three. One is a valid primary document that proves your identity and legal status in Canada. This is something that, it's written here, what is all accepted. The thing that you would have is a permanent resident card. If you have a permanent PR card, you can add that. But if you don't have that, a COPR will also work. So that is what's written here. A COPR can also be attached. So that's one of those. The second one is a secondary document to confirm your identity. Now, this you can add a passport. So, your front and the back page of your passport is something you can add here. The last thing is the proof of address. Now, in the proof of address, so this is where you need to be careful. The mailing address should be the same as this. Mostly, if you do not want to get into rejections, just put in the same proof of address as that. So, if you're staying in the Airbnb for a longer while, it's better that you put the Airbnb address and then add the Airbnb receipt as a proof of address. So, that is something you can do. And there are supporting documents that are required, but if this is only necessary if this condition is met. So if your name is anything different than it should be, like primary and your secondary document don't have the same names, so only then it's required, otherwise you can just move forward. And are you applying for yourself? Yes, just add your name and put in this, which says that you testify that everything information that you've provided is complete and true, and then hit submit, and that's it. That is your application done for SIN number.
Other way you can do this is you can go to a Service Canada center. Now, how do you find a Service Canada center? Easy. Just Google, or I'll just leave the link in the description for you guys, and you can find your nearest one. Now, when you go there, what you need to do and what happens, it's a very quick job, like literally a 2 minute thing, like at the airport. So you just tell them you have landed, you show them your COPR, and you show them your passport. That's it. And they just generate a 9-digit number. It's printed on a paper and it's given out to you. Earlier, this used to be on a card. Now they've stopped doing the cards. It's on a paper, and that's it. One thing to please bear in mind is do not share your SIN number with each and everybody. So it is something that you need to keep confidential. It is to be shared only with people who have a reason to share it with. So we'll leave the link in the description on how to protect your SIN number, because there have been multiple frauds because of it. Okay, now what happened with us is an interesting thing, and I think we should share this with you guys. So if any of you guys have that kind of experience, you'll be able to at least understand what happens. So Akshay is just going to tell you guys what happened with us.
SIN number is, as you know, it's a very important step to, even if you're a permanent resident or a work permit, or even you are a student, it's a very important process to get it's a mandatory step, because without SIN you cannot do anything in Canada. You can literally say that, because you cannot open your bank account, you cannot get a job, and so on. So as soon as we landed in Canada, what we did, we on the first day we applied for the SIN number. Was just make sure that you have your sufficient time you are staying in that permanent Airbnb, because this will get your SIN will get posted to you on the same address, and you have to be there, otherwise your SIN might be delivered to some other mailbox. So just make sure that you are living on a particular place. But nowadays, of course, people are self-quarantining and they're obviously staying for 14 days. So I suggest you to do it on the day when you land here in Canada. So you can do it on the SIN, Service Canada also, as Sapna mentioned, but most of the service, not all of the Service Canada centers are, will generate the SIN. So now in Service Canada, not all the service centers are equipped with all the services. Like if you are divided into for your vehicle registrations, your license and everything, just make sure which Service Canada you're going are generating the SIN number for you for the newcomer landing in Canada. So yeah, as per our experience, what we did is on the first day we applied for the SIN number. They take the soft copy. You have to upload all the documents like your COPR, your passport front and back page, and your address proof. So and you have to give you the address where you want that to be delivered. So what we did, like we did for the PR card, I mentioned one of my friend address, which I used for the PR cards. What I thought is I'm in a Airbnb, so I was spectacle that might be take some time, and I'll get the letter later. But what actually happens, you have to provide the address where you are currently living and what address proof you have given. So I have uploaded the Airbnb receipt which is valid, you can upload your Airbnb receipt where your name is mentioned and your address, everything is properly mentioned, and you have to provide the same address to the delivery address also. So what we did, we applied Airbnb receipt, but we given the address of my friend. So we got a rejection letter for that your address proof doesn't match with it. So it takes kind of hurdle for us, because it was not mentioned anywhere in the site that you cannot do this. There was two different sections for your address proof, and there was another section where you want to as a post-it. So that was quite confusing. So we have to, after then we have to go to the Service Canada. We have to explain that we got a letter of rejections of SIN number. So what they did, like they just again took the documents and they regenerate your SIN. So that's it. Just make sure while in the video also we'll mention like how where you have to put the address. Just make sure you're providing the address if you're applying online. And I think so right now they're encouraging to apply you online only, because not all the Service Canada are working with the full strength. Even few of them are not even working. So just make sure you'll do it on the it should be in your list on the first item. I'll suggest to apply for your SIN number, because you cannot do anything further without that.
Right, as he said, even if you get a job and you do not have a SIN number, you can't start your job. So yeah, it's the most important document that you will need once you get into Canada. So yeah, that's it. I think that was our experience. I hope you guys will benefit out of it, and whoever is getting to Canada in the coming months, please keep these things in your head and plan according to that. And yeah, if you have any comments or if you have any questions, or if you want to share your story with us, please feel free to go ahead and write those in the comment section below, and we will reply to them. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked this video, and I hope you guys have, so please do like the video and share it with your friends who are going to come up to the country next. And yeah, please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notifications on our upcoming videos. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.